Okay, so to log on to the site, go to achievenow.org.au. Currently, because we've got the construction page up, it will look like this. But after the construction page or the maintenance page has come down, so this is what it looks like when it loads up. And if I go here, I can then see it says log in. So I'm then able to get the login screen from here. I can put in the details and I can log in that way. Yep, so once you've logged in, you will be redirected to the website with a control bar up the top here. You just need to come here to achievenow.org and just select that area there. So this is what the main dashboard or the back of the website looks like. If at any time you could log on and next to the updates, you see a little orange circle with a number in it, that means that there is updates that need to be done. So this here is what the update screen actually looks like, and if there is any updates that need to be done, they will just be listed underneath the plugin or the theme option, and there'll be a little tick box next to it that you just need to select, and there'll be an update button, so you just select it and then press update. Unfortunately, there isn't any that I need doing now to show you. So if we just go up to the Achieve Now and then press Visit Site, so I'm just going to open that up on a new tab. We can see that this is what the site looks like. So we're going to get to the Programs page because we're going to look at updating content. So I'm just going to go to the Computer Classes page. And we can see here that the way it's set up is that we have a section, there is an image on the left hand side, there is a title, some text, and then this is called an accordion. So for instance, I want to edit the intermediate computers. So I know that it is the 1, 2, 3, the 4th item down. So if I go to the top and select Edit Page, the website is built using a page builder, which allows us to do these different blocks and different areas in it, rather than just having a section with text and maybe an image on the left hand side. So it's, yeah, so this is what the page builder looks like essentially, and if we refer back, so I'm just going to right click and go View Page. So yeah, if we go back to the page itself, we can see how it correlates with the page builder. So we know we've got a title section here, and there is a divider line. So when we go back onto the page builder, we can see there's text and there's a divider line. And then in the next section, there's an image, a text, and an accordion, which is what I stipulated here with an image, the text, and an accordion. So we looked at editing the intermediate computers section. So to do that, we just need to go down and find the image, text, and accordion. We need to find the 4th set of that. 2, 3, 4. So just quickly, between each section there is a divider. So there is a divider spacer, a divider line, and then a divider spacer, just to give it that bit of a gap here, rather than having them sitting on top of each other and it'll look a bit cluttered. So we decided that this area should be it. So if I go down to the text section, or the image section, or the accordion section, whichever section I want to edit, you just need to select the little module setting clog on the right hand side. So for the text, if I select that, it then comes up with a pop-up screen that I can just edit. Here. So we can see that this is the section I wanted. So there's the intermediate computers, and there's a bit of text. So it's the text box modules here. It's very similar to the ones you would use on an email or a more basic version of Word. So you can change the headings to a paragraph, you can change the text size, you can change the font, you can add tables and stuff like that. And whenever you make any changes, you have to press Save and Exit. and then come up to the top right corner and press the update icon. Otherwise, you know, the internet could drop out, or you could make a mistake and exit it on accident, and then any work you've done you'd lose. So it's important to update as you go along. So I'm just going to go back down here and show you the image icon. So if you want to change the image, you just need to find the section in correlation with the website layout and then press the cog. And we can see here this is the image used. So if I want to upload and change the image, I just need to go to the upload button here. And this opens up the media library. So any photos that are already uploaded will you'll be able to access from here. Or if you want to upload a file from your computer, you go to the top left corner and select Upload Files, and then select the Select Files icon, and that will go and bring up the portal into your computer database. And once you've selected one, so I've just selected the ESLNC logo that I uploaded the other day, so I just select it from my library and press Open. And whilst that's uploading, you'll see a little loading bar on the right hand corner, and when it's done it appears on the left hand side. So you select it and then we press, if you want to change the title on it for SEO purposes or for your own information, you can change it on the right hand side and add any descriptive text that you might want to add to it, and then press Set as Image. So once you press Set as Image, it shows you the image in the preview box there. And if you want to add any text or any link URLs, just scroll down this section here, and there's a little scroll bar here. And you can add the link URLs to anywhere that's needed. And once you're done, you just press Save and Exit. And then press the Update button. And you can see it's ticked over, and once it's done the screen refreshes and you just have to wait for the page builder to reload. Now this is the exact same thing on all pages, and I'll just show you the accordion as well, because this is the area that links up to your each of your individual areas. So for this one, Port Melbourne and Elwood St Kilda add them. If for instance Port Phillip wanted to do the same thing, you just need to press the duplicate button here, which is the double file icon, and then press the settings cog next to it, and we can change it over from ESLNC to PPCG. So just change the title section to PPCG here, and then edit your information here. Now for the Book Now link, because it's actually got a bit of coding in there, we can just select, I suggest you double click or triple click or drag and select and edit the link, and then change it to wherever it needs to go to. If I show you the text side, we can see that there's a little bit of coding in here that shows you it's actually set up to have a button with a button icon. And press the Save button. Now if I want to delete that, I just need to come to the left hand side and press the X button, and then press Save and Exit and Update, and it's gone. And this is the exact same for all of the pages. So if I was to go to, let's go to Youth and Family, and we can see it's loading up now, and Edit Page. And we can see it's the same there. Text, divider, which is your space in your line. And then there's the image, the text box with the header and the description, and then the accordion. And then the divider, which is space, line, space, and then image, text, and accordion. So each of the courses pages are set up exactly the same. So I've just gone into the Elwood St Kilda Neighbourhood Learning Centre About Us page. So to edit this is to do the same, is to go to the top and press Edit Page. And we can see here we've got some text and a picture. Now this is set up slightly bit different. So this area is one row, and then this area is another row. This is a row with 2 columns, and then this is a row with 1 column. And I'll show you here. So there's a text, which is your heading, a divider, and text. So this text box here is the one with the information and the image. So in this instance, if I wanted to change the image here, I select the image and this little bar here appears. So just press the edit button and we can press the replace image and select one from the database or upload a new one, and you can change the dimensions of the image if you're not happy with the size of it. And we can also put a custom URL in and link it straight back to Elwood, in this instance Elwood's own website. So I'm just going to change this back to none, press update and save and exit. Now the next box, this is a module box or row. It looks like this. So this is the one with the map and the contact information and the share buttons. So the left hand side is the divider line, some text, and then the map. And I can just go to the settings here and I can change the information there, and that will update it on there as well. And then on the left hand side is divider, text and icons. So there's your divider. The contact all the way down to the telephone is all part of the text box, and then these are your social icons. So if I go to text and press the icon, because it's done in white font, if I select it, you can see I've highlighted it, but if you go to text, you can see there's a little bit of code in here that says the color is set to FFFFF, which is white, and the text there. So in this instance, if you want to change the text because the text has been done in white, it would be better for you to come over to the top right where it says visual and text, select text, and then just select this bit of information here without affecting the coding on either side of it. And to change the mail to address, just select this bit and change it there, and then select this bit as well without getting these quotation bubbles or the mail to involved. And the social icons. So to change the social icons, just press the settings and we can add a new one as well. So let's go to facebook.com/ESLNC. Okay, so the teachers area is set up exactly like the About Us section. So if I go into edit page, so this is one big text section, and then we've got the 2 columns here. So this is the big text section, and then a column and a column. So to change Renee's information, select the right hand side. And we can see the picture here, which means that the text itself is also written in white, and I can just select and follow. So to edit the text, it would be change between visual to text. And if we reference back to the page itself, we can see Renee calendar, arcs, and Renee, and this bit here is one paragraph. So when we read through it, we can see there's Renee calendar, arcs, and then this is the first paragraph here with the span. So the reason it's been done like this with the coding either side is because the span style color sets up each paragraph to white. So we can see this is the next paragraph, and then this is the final paragraph here. So if we go back, there is the 1, 2, and the 3 paragraphs. So the next bit is the experience and contact. So there's a divider, the text has got the experience on there, and we can see it's come up with the visual and the text style. So there's a line that says coordinator and teacher of the applied reception and customer service arcs, and it's a line. So if I wanted to add another line, what I would do is I would select this bit here, so we can see beginning line and then the backslash, which means close of line, and just copy and put a spacing and copy it downwards. And if I press save and exit and update and go back and refresh the screen, we can now see that line has been copied down. So I'm just going to go back in here, and it's line to line. Remember, you've got the opening and then you've got the backslash with the closing. So just delete that and press save and exit. The services section has been set up using the accordion as well, which is the same as what was used in the program section. So if you want to edit this page, select the page and then go edit page. We can see you've got services and you've got 3 columns in the one row. So again, you've got your title text with a space divider, and then we've got 3 columns. So we've got an image, a title, and then the accordion. So you've got image, title, there's a divider line in there, and then there's the accordion. So to change the settings, let's click on the cog on each side, change this to visual. And there's just more info which is being coded up to come up as a button. So if you want to change the link to that, just edit the link here and then press apply afterwards and save when you're done. And also update here. And the Get Involved page is set up exactly the same as well. So with the Achieve Now page, About Us Alliance, there is just a bit of text in there at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to design a page and add some rows and columns to it to make it look a little bit more user-friendly. So I'm just going to go up to Edit Page. So at the moment it's set up with 1 column on there. So I want to add a new section, and this gives you your layout, so you can add as many columns as you want, or you could add different widths of the columns here. So I'm going to do a half and a half and a double column. So I want to keep the text that's already there, but I want it in a half column. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the module. You can see the arrow cursor above it, so I'm just going to select and hold and drag, and I'm going to drag it into the module I want, and you can see that it's applying to that module because there is a line, a grey line area that's popped up around it. So if I select and drop, that text module has now been moved over. And I want to add another module because I want to add the image next to it. So I select the insert module icon, and this is a list of the different icons that we can add. So in this instance, I just want to add a straightforward image. So I just need to find the image icon and select that, and then it comes up with your pop-up. So I'm going to select upload an image. And in this instance, I'm going to use the logo and then press set as image, save and exit. And I want to get rid of this area here. So I come up and get rid of that column settings. And if I decide that I want the columns to be different width, I'm just going to come here to what looks like two columns next to each other that says change structure. I'm going to select that, and we can change the width for as many columns as you want there. And press update. Just going to go here now. And we can see that's been updated for us. Okay, so the image does look a little bit big, so I'm just going to come here and press the module settings, and then go onto the top between general settings to advanced design settings and select that. And I can change the width, add a border, add margins and stuff like that. So I'm going to change this to have a maximum width of 300 pixels and press save and exit and update. And let's see what that has done to it. And we can see that's now made it a lot smaller, but I don't like the fact that it's aligned to the left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into here, click the settings again, and go select the image alignment, and we're going to center it, press save and exit and update, and then hit refresh again. And now the image is centered a lot more. Let's say that I've decided that underneath this I want to have 3 buttons with each one of the centers, and it's going to link back to one of these pages. So I'm going to add a standard section here. It's going to be 3 by 3 by 3, and insert module and buttons. So there is other things in here if you want to have a play. Each one has their own little pop-up box with settings on there. So I'm going to select button. So the first one I'm going to link it to is the Elwood St Kilda page. So I'm going to select that one. Put the URL in there. We can change whether it opens up in the same window or a pop-up window. And the button text is going to be ESLNC. And button alignment center, and we can save that, or we can come in here and we can turn on the custom styles for the button, and that means we can change the button text size, the background color of the button spacing, we can add an icon, all that type of fun stuff. So I'm just going to press save and exit, and then I'm going to duplicate it and drag it over, and duplicate it and drag it over, and change the settings. So from this one, the next one in the list, if we go back over, we see it's PMNC. So I can copy that and change that and change the button text PMNC, press save and exit, and edit the last one, which will be PPCG. Save and exit, and press update, and we can view page. And we can see the 3 buttons have now appeared here. Okay, so I'm just going to add a bit of a description above each one. So ESLNC, insert module, and text. So it's just going to be more information. and I'm going to select it, and heading 1 might be a bit too big, so I'm going to go heading 2, center the text, save and edit. I'm going to duplicate it again, and you see I'm just clicking and dragging between each module. And one thing I'm also going to do is I'm going to add some padding above the top of it, just to give it a bit of a space for that whole area. So this whole column area here, I just want to add a bit of space between here and here. So I'm going to add some custom padding for that entire row as a whole. So I just go to the right and go settings, and then I find the area where it says custom padding, and we can add a figure right there. Press save and exit, and then update. When I go back into it and hit refresh, we can see it says more information, and there's a nice bit of a gap there. I do believe that more information is a bit too big, so I'm just going to go back into the settings again, and we can either change it from heading 2, or we can just change the font size and maybe make it a 12 size font. So I'm going to repeat this step for all 3. Press save and exit. And once again, I think there should be a bit of padding underneath the widget. So come down to custom padding and go from top right bottom, and we're just going to add 10 pixels there. So do each one by one. Advanced settings, padding, bottom 10, so that's that one done. Bottom 10, save and exit, settings, advanced settings, padding 10, save and exit, and press update, and hit refresh. And we can see it's updated it there. So I just want to give this area here a bit of a background colour. So we'll go to the edit page, we come up to this section box here, go settings, and we can either give it an image or we can add a colour. So and we just select the box here and we give it a bit of a shade. I just want to give it a bit of a darker colour background, and press save and exit. Go update and hit refresh. And we can see this area now has got a bit of a grey strip there. And you can see it's a little bit close to the bottom of here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into the settings, going to add some padding to it. Custom padding to the bottom. I'm going to say about 30 pixels. Update. And hit refresh. And we can see now it's got that little bit of a padded area beneath it. Okay. So the next thing we need to look at is this section here, which is called which are called widgets. So if we go to the top left and select widgets, this will bring you up to the widget section. Okay, so when we go to the widget area, you get this screen here, and we can see the footer area has got this is the image, the area for Port Melbourne, the area for Elwood, and the area for PPCG. Every time you add something to it, it will automatically add it as a separate part of the For Widget area. If I was to add another widget to it, it would actually pop up underneath the Achieve Now, and then another one underneath the Port Melbourne, another one underneath the Elwood St Kilda, and another one underneath the PPCG. So if I go into Port Melbourne's, for example, you select the arrow at the right hand side and it comes up with the information for it there. This is actually an image that's been linked up. So if I select that, it comes up with the Facebook link there. Just press apply to get rid of that. And it's just a similar type of thing with a text box and a link on it. So if you want to make any changes, make the change and then press save afterwards, and it will automatically update for you once you've pressed the save button. The next area is the customize. So this is the basic settings for the website itself. So to come to customize, you go to appearance and customize. Okay, so in the customize area, it actually shows you these basic settings for the website. So this has all of your general site settings, your menu settings, everything is kind of controlled from this additional area. So if I go into your general site settings, we can change the logo, the favicon, that's in here. We can turn your breadcrumbs on and off, which you don't really want to do. We can change the page layout instead of being full width, which is what it's set out as, to boxed. Which means that it will actually, instead of being across the full page, it will actually have a white space on each side, on the left and the right side. We can change the color scheme. So these are your basic color schemes of your texts, your links. That's all controlled in here. And we're not using the invert scheme. Background color, your typography, so we can change your basic text types. So if you don't like the text that it's using at the moment across the whole site, you can change it in here. So your body text, and this will change the text across the whole site as well. Okay, so this is your header area here with your admin and your Port Phillip. So if you want to change any of that, that's just in here. And your main menu settings. Your menus are in here, so we can change the social ones that are in the footer here, which is this one here, PPCG, PPCG, ESK. It shouldn't be ESK, it should be ESLNC. And you can see now this has actually changed from ESK to ESLNC. So I'm just going to press the publish button. Your menu that appears on here, you can control that from here as well. You can see that there is sort of a brickwork pattern to it. So your main domains are on one level, and then subdomains are tabbed inwards a little bit like this. So we can see the About Us, and there's Alliance, ESLNC, PMNC, PPCG. So we've got About Us, and there's your subdomains there. If I want to take the schedule page from being a sub page to a full page, it just need to select it and click and hold and drag it outwards again. And this will update like so. So we've got home, about us, programs, schedule, teachers, services, get involved. And once you make changes, just press publish. And we can also add new menu items here as well. So we've looked at menu, we've looked at widgets, we haven't got any ads on the page. The footer section is here, so we can change the copyright blurb here. So it says copyright 2017, all rights reserved, Achieve Now. So that's just in here, so you can change your text there as well. Yeah. And the last bit is your homepage settings, so we can change which one is listed as your homepage, or if there's a post page, but there isn't a post page here. So once we publish, and press the X to go back to the main area. The one last thing I would like to show you is the menu area here. So under appearance and menus, we have a more advanced version of the menu settings tab here. So we can edit the menus here. You can add menus, menu item pages as well. You can do custom links, so you can put your custom link there and put whatever text you want it to appear as on the menu and press add to menu and then press save menu as you go along as well. And the next section is the timetable. So we can see these are all the different events that have been added. So we can go timetable, event, and add event. So in this area, you add your title class. So it could be computers for beginners. Add a bit of text to it, which could be computer for beginner. Class for all. And then we add the information further down. So if it's coming up on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we can do Mondays from 3 o'clock till 4:30. And go add new. So, and we also do them on Thursdays at 9 o'clock until 10 o'clock, add new. And then we also need to set the settings up here. So if there's a subtitle, add it there, but for the background colors, that it will be displayed for on the schedule. So if I show you what I mean here. So these are the background colors here. So we just add these here. So the background color will be yellow. Background hover color might be a bit brighter yellow. Change text color to black. Text hover might be grey. And then the URL link. So that would be your Bookworm page. And an exit. And the other thing you do need to do is add the event category here. So this would be computer. Or if you needed to add a new category because there's not one here, you can go add new event category, type in your text, and then select add new event category. You have to remember to do that. And once you've done, you press the publish button. And now if we go to the schedule page, we go edit page. The way that the events plugin works, for it to come up as the schedule it does, you need to code it in from this page itself. So this is done using the traditional version of WordPress and not using the Power Builder. So where we've used the Power Builder and you can do the rows and columns and change backgrounds and stuff like that, and this doesn't. This uses the traditional text headings and inserts. So with this, if I want to update the arts and performance, for example, I'm just going to put it underneath so you can see what I'm doing. I come up to here, which says timetable, and I select what days I want to appear on the timetable: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And we can choose specific events if you want to. But we're doing the event category, which is why I said it was important. And we're going to select events and performance and what we need to appear. So timetable, a subtitle, description if you want it, and any additional items there. So we can disable the links or we can enable the links. We can change it from hour blocks to 30-minute blocks to 15-minute blocks. We can change the font size and then select add timetable. And that shows you what it looks like. and I'm just going to view page. So I've just gone to the page now, and we can see there's the arts and performance one, and there's the other one. So this one's been done in 30-minute blocks because there's a couple of overlapping ones, and we can see the difference it makes as opposed to a 1 hour block here.